Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're opening a file that, it's pretty unsettling. It's a series of reports from a junior night shift veterinarian.
And this vet's experience, it goes from just a weird night at work to, well, to uncovering a cover-up.
A systematic, decades-long operation hidden inside a small-town veterinary clinic.
Right. So our mission here is to unpack what happens when the very laws of biology get shattered in a place that's, supposed to uphold them.
We're going to follow the trail from these isolated, bizarre incidents
With creatures that just shouldn't exist.
all the way to the discovery of this hidden infrastructure designed for one thing: containment.
You have to picture the scene. It's crucial.
Absolutely. It's the night shift. It's lonely. You've got that loud, aggressive hum from the fluorescent lights.
Bouncing off all the stainless steel.
And that smell, that antiseptic smell that's trying so hard to cover up, fear and wet fur, but it never quite does.
And that's the stage. That's where things that violate natural law start to appear.
This is where we trace how someone goes from a healer to a custodian of horrors.
Yeah. So let's start at the beginning. The first breach.
It's a quiet night. Paperwork, the usual. Then the door jingles.
And this man comes stumbling in. He's pale, he's frantic, and he's clutching a shoebox.
Like it's either priceless or radioactive, and he just blurts out, "It's not from here."
What's inside the box?
Yeah.
Well, it has the shape of a cat.
Kind of. Gray fur, really wide eyes, breathing shallow. But the moment the vet gets a closer look.
The details are all wrong. It's not just a sick animal, it's alien.
And the teeth. Get this. When it tries to pant, its mouth opens just enough.
And the teeth are described as being like thin, translucent needles.
Almost like fish gills. Not for chewing, not for biting, just there.
But the sound it made, that's what really stands out in the report.
Not a meow, not a growl.
No, it was like words, but garbled, drowned. The vet described it as language itself had drowned.
Imagine hearing that, and the clinical signs under examination, they just got worse.
The heartbeat was, well, first it was this insane thunder, like a hummingbird trapped in bone.
And then just nothing.
Complete silence for seconds at a time, then it would just kick back in.
That's biologically impossible. But then there's the spine.
Oh, the spine. A normal cat has 7 lumbar vertebrae. This thing.
The vet counted 9 or maybe 11.
And they were uneven, mismatched, like they'd been added on later. Just a chaotic jumble of bone that shouldn't exist.
And then the lab work comes back, the final nail in the coffin of normalcy.
The blood sample. It wasn't blood.
No, it was a shifting dark smear that glistened like spilled ink.
And floating in that smear, threads of green filament.
Curling and uncurling on their own, like algae in a pond. It confirmed this wasn't a disease, this was something else.
And that's when the institutional response kicks in.
So fast.
The frantic man vanished. No paperwork, no contact info, nothing.
And by the next morning, the file, the patient record, the body,
All gone.
completely erased. The only thing left was the shoebox with a blood speckle sitting in the biohazard bin. And the senior vet, this Dr. Hala, his explanation is just stress does that.
Right. You've been running nights too long. It's the classic first line of defense in a cover-up. You don't explain away a missing body with stress.
No, you explain away a hallucination, but the box was real.
Exactly. So the vet knows something is being hidden.
And then the breaches start to accelerate.
After a few days of normal routine cases, they start coming in, one after another.
And they're all different. It establishes this terrifying pattern. It's not just one alien creature. It's some kind of infection.
An infiltration. Like the terrier that came in, its pupils didn't react to light.
No, they curled in tight spirals, twisting slowly like whirlpools.
Could you imagine looking into a dog's eyes and seeing that?
Then there was a cockatiel. Instead of singing, it made this raw, rasping sound.
In its feathers. When they fell off, they didn't just drift to the floor.
They writhed.
Yeah, they writhed on the tile, like a nest of beetles. Still animated.
But the one that really, the one that changes everything is the hamster.
The hamster.
Yeah.
A tiny normal pet. They do an x-ray.
And the skeleton is normal, except for the jaw.
Buried inside this tiny rodent skull are rows of human-like molars.
Wait. Human molars?
That's what the report says. Large, crooked, just waiting under the surface.
So whatever this is, it's not just alien. It's mixing things. It's corrupting life with pieces of us.
It suggests a biological synthesis with no rules. And what connects all these cases?
The owners.
Exactly. They're all genuinely terrified and confused. They all say the same thing.
It wasn't like this yesterday.
Which points to this happening incredibly fast. A rapid recent change.
And just like before, every single file, every sample, every X-ray.
Gone by morning. And the protagonist realizes this has to be going somewhere. This isn't just cleaning up. This is an operation.
So they start watching Dr. Gila.
And they notice he has this strange set of keys. And late at night, he disappears.
Not out the back door, but to a supply shelf in the back.
A shelf that moved just slightly too easily against the floor.
And behind it, a narrow door, a concrete stairwell leading down. The air that comes up is cold, dry, and smells.
Like ozone and freezer burn.
And down there, that's the heart of it. Rows of huge industrial freezers.
Sweating in the dry air. And they aren't tagged with case numbers.
No, they have initials and dates.
Stretching back to the 1980s, some maybe even earlier, this is a catalog. A library of contained horrors.
And what's inside? They open one. Jars of organs that defy biology.
Lungs that are too smooth like balloons peeling from their casing.
A heart with 5 ventricles.
There's a coiled intestinal tract in a jar, sealed, but it's still pulsing, faintly, on its own.
And a whole dog-like body, frozen solid. But its ribs, they don't curve down.
You branch up, like the slats of an umbrella, a structure meant to puncture outwards.
But at the end of the row, there's the oldest freezer. It's chained, double padlocked, covered in thick ice.
And from inside, there's a sound.
Faint. Metal against metal.
And then a long, slow scrape.
Like claws, dragging against the frozen walls inside.
That sound changes everything. It means some of these things aren't dead.
They're not archives, they're prisons.
And that's when the handler arrives.
This is a whole different type of client.
Yeah.
He's not frantic or worried. He's flat, emotionless.
And he's dragging this dog-like creature whose joints are all bent at wrong angles, skin stretched tight over too many bones.
He pays cash, no paperwork. He gives a phone number.
And the vet, testing the system, dials the number.
And the phone rings, right there at the empty front desk.
They're on voicemail. They're in a closed loop, monitored, isolated.
That isolation shatters one night when Gila is there. A woman brings in a husky.
But its legs are folded back on themselves, twisted.
The junior vet tries to give it a normal sedative, and the thing, it shrieks.
Not an animal sound. It's a pitch that rattles the windows.
And the lights flicker, the air gets thick and heavy.
And Husky's body just blurs, like heat rippling off asphalt. A full-on breach event.
Gila drops the act instantly. He pulls out gear that has no place in a vet clinic.
Metal canisters. Syringes of black liquid. A weird-looking mask. He's not treating it.
He's subduing it violently, and he's muttering, "The seals are failing."
After it's over, Gila is forced to tell the truth.
He explains the clinic is just a front, one of dozens, maybe hundreds.
They're called janitor sites. Been running since the 1950s, funded by quiet money.
Their job, keep things clean, keep it contained.
And then he shows the protagonist a chart, tracking the breaches.
And what used to happen maybe once a year?
Is now happening every week, sometimes every night. It's accelerating exponentially. The filters are failing.
And to really drive it home, he shows the security footage from the kennels.
All the normal animals, dogs, cats, rabbits, just sitting there.
And then, for one single perfect frame.
Every single one of them blinks.
At the exact same time, all of them.
A synchronized network. That's when Gila says it. We're not vets. We're filters. Somebody has to take over. It's you.
And that weight, the lifelong goal to heal, just gets crushed by this new reality of disposal.
What do? Do you walk away and let this stuff out into the world?
Or do you become part of the system that holds it back?
The test comes quickly. A little girl brings in a scrawny black cat.
And its skin starts pulsing, like something inside was pushing to get out.
And Gila just looks at the vet and gives the ultimatum. Put it down, log it, or walk out that door.
And the cat's mouth opens, wider than bone should allow.
And in that moment, the choice is made. The protagonist understands the necessity. They draw the syringe.
And inject the breach, and there's just silence.
And right there, that's the transformation. Horror becomes procedure.
Saving becomes disposal. The identity of vet is erased, replaced by custodian.
The trauma just dulls into muscle memory.
And the new routine begins. The silence of the night shift, the occasional jingle of the door.
And soon enough, the silent handler returns, sets a new carrier on the counter.
And our protagonist, our new custodian, pulls on the gloves, grabs a chart, writes nothing down.
And carries the new unknown breach into the back without another word.
The terror has been normalized. It's now the job.
So we followed this whole descent.
Yeah.
From skepticism to to a guardian of an impossible reality.
And what this means for you, listening to this, is it shows how secrecy and a big enough threat can completely redefine morality.
It turns healers into gatekeepers. And it suggests that the reality we take for granted is, well, maybe it's a lot more fragile than we think.
That acceleration Gila showed on the chart, that's the key. Whatever is pushing against our world is getting stronger. The filters are struggling.
So a final thought for you to take away. Considering these janitor sites have been around for decades and the breaches are accelerating, what happens when the filters finally fail?
And more to the point, how many other mundane public services, your local library, the water treatment plant, how many might secretly be doing the same thing, containing the things that just don't belong here?